Benny Snell gets his first touch and will create some breathing room. But this crowd is something Terry Wilson has never played in front of.
Nope.
Terry Wilson trying to take off for the first down, and he picks it up before Voshawn Joseph brings him down. A 6-yard scramble. Part of the right side for Kentucky. And Wilson fires into the slot. Bowden just shy of the marker. A gain of 9. Gardner Johnson the stop.
And like I just said, when you play man coverage, all those corners and DBs got to play on different levels. So on the
Wilson split out to the left. And in motion was Wilson. Snell will take it. He's got the first down, and he's rumbling for plenty more. Benny Snell Jr. is one of the best in the country at picking up yards after contact. Miscommunication in the secondary for Florida. Wilson has to scramble, and he's got plenty of room down the sideline. Terry Wilson finally forced out of bounds by Donovan Steiner. It's a quarterback dash. It covers 31 yards. Opening drive for Kentucky. Here's Benny Snell on the toss. Great blocking on the edge. And Snell will have this one brought back. It was a great block because it was a hold. Wilson leaves the pocket, throws off his back foot, end zone, touchdown Kentucky. David Bouvier, a 29-yard touchdown reception. Former walk-on at Lexington Catholic has a pair of touchdowns. Wilson improvises and Bouvier cashes it in. It's Kentucky up front early. 31 consecutive games. They have come in all form and fashion. Some imaginable, some unimaginable. Franks will step up straight in the pocket, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Last year was another in a long line of heartbreakers Kentucky had.
Troops, and a great start already to this game.
Well, Michael Pirine is now in at running back for Florida. The Gators have an embarrassment of riches at that position. On 3rd and 1, Franks. And he gets undercut. Did he get enough? Darius West with the stop. Typically those with great physical stature, going back to Tim Tebow, of course. Room on the right side for Michael Pirine.
Confidence that he has under Dan Mullen now.
Remember, he got pulled from this game last year. Frank stands tall in the pocket, wide open, and a big gain for the Gators, and Jordan Scarlett out of the backfield. 31 yards. That'll pick your spirits up. Minute to go in the first quarter. Van Jefferson escapes one, gets a block on the edge, and he's got a Florida first down on a gain of 12. Over 1,000 yards receiving for Jefferson between Ole Miss and Florida. Franks on play action, going end zone into coverage, and it's batted away, but a flag on the play. Darius West may have had a right arm around Hammond as he swatted it down with his left hand.
Number 3 on the defense. Penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Jordan Griffin is the one. He's the lead blocker. They're going to step back and try a pop pass. Now Franks reverses field, trying to use his speed inside the 10. And he's finally forced out of bounds. We'll see where the mark is.
After further review, the runner crossed the sideline at the 3-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 3-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds.
2nd and 1, and he wants to throw. They get their hands on it and take him down. Phil Hoskins with the sack of Felipe Franks. It's a loss of 9. 4-man rush. Franks incomplete. Scarlett may have heard footsteps. The best kicker in the country last year left early to go to the NFL, so freshman Evan McPherson is now the man. 29-yard attempt for McPherson. He was 2 for 2 against Charleston Southern last Saturday night. Tommy Townsend the holder. And McPherson keeps the streak going. 20th consecutive field goal made by this Florida team.
And go try to beat the other guys, and you know, if you love competing and so forth, this is perfect for us.
How important is that to give a big population of guys another chance to get film and possibly continue their dream?
It could be called the Opportunity League.
Here's Swain with a big chance for a return. And he's finally forced out of bounds.
He could do it all. And we got the lead. He was the guy that give him the ball, run the clock out, and he was really a good back. One of the great backs I've ever been around.
He put up some big numbers. He caught a lot of passes. Franks, speaking of the running back catching passes, swings it out to Malik Davis. What kind of...
To reunion and so forth. And I told those guys, I said, we're going to have a fullback on our team again.
How about that?
Yeah.
We got a flag on the play after a tackle in the backfield by Tymier DuBose. We saw a lot of those guys at the hotel last night. I tell you what I appreciated was just the camaraderie. They're so happy to see each other and spend some time around each other.
And a lot of the guys hadn't been back in 20 years or so, they said. So it was really a lot of spirit. They all loved each other. Shoot, every championship team's like that. So.
Franks finds Kadarius Toney. That's good for a first down. And a gain of 15 that time. Dan Mullen said that you get...
It was a post against a 4 deep with 2 guys clearing out on one side.
Kadarius Toney takes a direct snap and will carry it 9 yards. Fan base.
Yeah, that was a good start. Everybody, was very happy. Oh, there's one there.
It is wide open for the score. 18-yard pass from Felipe Franks, and Florida's got its first lead of the game. Out in front of Kentucky thanks to good quarterback play from Felipe Franks. It's 10-7 Gators. Kentucky get the ball back in a moment. Plenty of action in the backfield. Wilson finally escapes with a spin move. He's got a first down run for Kentucky on a 14-yard scramble. 3 missed tackles for Florida's defense. Pressure from the edge. Rose, first down. 3rd down and 6. Pressure again. And Wilson somehow completes it. It's Taven Richardson who takes it for 18. On 2nd and 10. Tries to run for it up the middle. Lost the football. And Florida pounces on it. Jeremiah Moon has the recovery just when you praise Wilson for better ball control. It gets punched out by James Houston, the 4th. Measured the distance to the Moon. And we got a chain link keeping track of 10 yards. They'll move that chain. And maybe they will just lay it down. Here's Benny Snell into Florida territory. Finally tracked down by C.J. Henderson. Roughly. Snell again. Benny Snell did not have a great game against Florida last year. They were able to hold him in check. 14 carries, 59 yards, and he didn't have a touchdown. But heartbreak. 2nd down 5. Snell through an arm tackle. And then into the pile. And that will leave 3rd and about 2. Snell hit behind the line. Sheds a guy. And he rumbles for another Kentucky first down. Look between his legs for the leg kick from Terry Wilson. Wilson taking a shot. Underthrown and intercepted by C.J. Henderson. Gators with takeaways to snuff each of the last 2 Kentucky drives. And I think it's a fair question to ask. And maybe Dick Gabriel's asking it right now. Who's going to be a quarterback for Kentucky in the second half after Terry Wilson commits 2 more turnovers? Pressure coming. He will retreat. Now Wilson trying to ad-lib. He's got a first down. And he gets smoked from behind as he takes it past the 30. A 19-yard run. And so as you said before, you take the good, you take the bad.
It's this front 4 for Florida.
Here's Snell. Picks up 3. Snell to take the direct snap. And he punches his way through and nearly broke out of there. 7-yard stumble for Benny Snell, and some words for T.J. Slayton afterwards. Downs out of the pistol. Snell to the outside. And he ducks his way through for another first down. 18-yard run for Benny Snell Jr. He's over 100 yards on the evening. Snell hit behind the line, spins away, and it's a first down carry. Rayshad Jackson, the first man, couldn't get his hands on A.J. Rose. It's 9. And on the flip fake, Terry Wilson's going to take it to the edge and in. Kentucky back in front on a 24-yard run by Terry Wilson.
Kentucky Wildcats touchdown run.
Benny Snell has 121 yards, and now quarterback Terry Wilson is over the century mark. 9 carries, 107, and 1 touchdown to put Kentucky back in front of Florida as they look to end the skid.
Woodyard on defense, really good ball club, and then obviously you got Tim Counts, #1 overall draft pick, throwing the football to Craig Yeast. You think about those two teams not being able to get a win against Florida, just mind-boggling.
Florida might bring some pressure up top here.
That's Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Swing pass to Bowden. Stiff arm. Room on the sideline. And finally, popped by Donovan Steiner. Play action. Wilson lets it go. Bowden gets deep. Got it! Touchdown, Kentucky! 54 yards to silence the crowd at the Swamp.
You might never hear a stadium get that loud and that quiet that quickly.
Averaging 9.5 yards a play after that strike to Bowden. Can they do it?
Five-star guys on the back end, but they go get a 3-star corner that's 6'3" or 6'4".
Franks rolls right, fires deep. It is incomplete. Van Jefferson stumbled a bit, and perhaps because he was pushed, he draws a flag on Lonnie Johnson. And they'll hand it off on 2nd and 10. Scarlett ducks in and pops out, and he gets brought down by the face mask, and that's an easy flag for the line judge. 2nd down, 10. Here comes a blitz. Franks kicks it to the outside. Kadarius Toney. He is electric, and he's able to gain extra yardage with a stiff arm of Lonnie Johnson. It goes for 19. Toney was suspended last week, one of 7 Florida players who didn't see action because of suspension. 4 receivers to Franks' left. He looks right all the way. Now back to the left. Now back to the right. Now he's got to run. Flag on the play, will likely be holding, and the pass ends up incomplete as he tried to thread the needle to Toney.
Hooks him around the waist.
36-yard attempt for Evan McPherson, the freshman. Tommy Townsend, the punter, is the holder. The right hash, it will curl in. No, they say it was wide. Boy, it certainly looked like it came back in over the right upright. That will end a streak for Florida where they had made 20 consecutive field goals. You be the judge. When it goes over the post, it has to be clearly to the inside of the upright to be good.
This is the shot right here. Can't really tell at what point it's crossing the threshold of the crossbar, but that was close.
And it is not reviewable. It did not go over the pylon.
Yeah.
Should have been out where the fumble was in A&M possession.
Especially that pylon cam right down the line. Sure looked like it was out of bounds before.
Malik Davis is in at running back for Florida. He'll get the carry on 1st down. And Davis is able to power his way for a gain of 10.
1st down.
Especially second half, they came out looking deep early in the series. Franks intercepted! It's Darius West, and Kentucky has the takeaway here in the 4th quarter with an 11-point lead. Street. Benny Snell Jr. is in at Wildcat. And Snell bottled up behind the line. Ja'Kai Polite, the first man there. It's a loss of 2.
26, Benny Snell Jr.
And get him to jump, I suppose. It'd be a 52-yard field goal from here if they wanted to try it. Play clock will run out.
Delay of game on the offense, number 3. 5.
Duffy hangs it up. It'll come down inside the 5. And they get it at the 1. Fantastic job by Zach Johnson to come out of the end zone and down a 37-yard punt. Let's check from the end zone. Comes to check over the middle. That's good for a Florida first down and Freddie Swain.
In the middle of that offensive line.
Third year as a starter. Here's Piron. He's got room. 13-yard run around the edge for LaMichael Piron.
Here, there. That's a completion.
1 touchdown and 1 pick for Franks. Big hole. And Piron has another first down. This is a drive that started on Florida's 1-yard line. Play action, lost the football. Franks just didn't take it with him, and they'll end up losing a yard. Complete, Van Jefferson. And he bends it over the middle for a first down. Crowd anxious watching that clock tick away. Incomplete. Flag down.
Crossing route from the opposite side.
Pass interference on the offense, number 16. Penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
15 yards here.
They're going to run it on the quarterback draw. Franks gets a couple of big blocks, stays on his feet inside the 40.
Ivy here, keep an eye on that. They're going to throw it. They might not have a lot of time.
They dump it underneath. It's good for a first down, and LaMichael Piron. And Piron's got it inside the 15. Swain, the man in motion. They load up the right side. Franks looking that way, steps up and fires. It is caught, and that is right at the marker. It's Swain, and we'll see if they give him the spot.
Now, Kentucky subbing.
This is what got him in trouble last year at Commonwealth. To the end zone! Touchdown, Freddie Swain! Florida marches 99 yards on 15 plays in a 4-yard scoring strike from Franks. It is a 1-score game. The timeout. 12 men on the field for Florida. Out of a timeout. Inexcusable.
Jeez.
Illegal substitution, 12 players on defense. Penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
Benny Snell to the outside. Big block on the edge. And Snell takes it for a Kentucky first down. Bunchy Stallings was a road grader, Cole Kublik. On 3rd and 7. Maybe a yard that time.
Clock is running.
It's at 16. Kadarius Toney outside on the right for Franks. Pressure. Flicks it. It'll go incomplete with 9 seconds left. You have time for 2 or just 1? 3.
Try to work the sideline here.
Franks steps up. Hit as he throws. It falls incomplete, and they catch a break. 4 seconds left. Mark Stoops is saying it was a fumble. They have not whistled it dead, and they will get it down to the goal line. And now the line judge says touchdown, Kentucky. Unbelievable. Mark Stoops was yelling, go, go, go. And they're going to take a long look at this one.
Before the arm starts to come forward, you can see Felipe stepping up in the pockets here. It was Josh Allen that hit it. We need a closer look than that.
Devontae Robinson ended up with it. He almost gave up on the play, but
almost tossed it to the ref.
And he had a chance to be taken down by Tyler Jordan or have the ball stolen, and then his extra effort got him over the plane.
I think that's a fumble, fellas.
Here's a better look. Yes,
oh, yeah.
Ball was out. And what a way for Kentucky if the call stands to end this streak. Here's the call.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a fumble is confirmed. A touchdown was scored by Kentucky at the end of the play. Game is over.
Kentucky fans can excel. Finally, the streak is dead.